Hi teachers, welcome to my channel BioLounge. Now we will be seeing the various aspects of a typical resume that you can make it impressive for any teaching positions that you are applying for. So this is the overall structure that you see in this sheet. It can be maximum 2 pages, not more than that. So if you see, the first one on top will be your phone number, and then you add your email address here and then the residential address here. And in the center of the page, it should start with your name and a tagline, which I will be discussing with you now, and a synopsis of your entire career, and then work experience. This should be the major part on the first page. On the left hand side of the page, mention your professional degree, your education, your achievements, your skills, and special mention. This should be your second page, where you are mentioning about your work experience, the designation, and the period in which you worked in that particular institution. And then you have the personal details here, and then the professional references, any 2 or 3 professional references if you have, with the institution in which they are working and their phone number. So this forms your overall structure of your resume. So before going into details about your resume preparation, let us see what are the things that you should keep in your mind. So the first thing is that keep your resume short and simple. Do not, write pages after pages, because nobody is going to sit and read your resume, not more than 2 pages. So make it impressive. So whatever your achievements are, your highlights in your career are, you have to put it on the first page so that it is visible to the employer. And then patience is the key factor. I'm talking about the patience of your employer who is going through your resume. So put yourself in their shoes and find out what can impress the employer from your resume. Be very clear in whatever you are stating about your career, your responsibilities, and your achievements. List your responsibilities first in a sheet separately, and in that you take the best ones and you put it in your resume. Keep your personal details very minimal, and these are the standard ones that you should follow. Sheet's size is A4, font should be Arial, size is 12, no bold letters unless and until it is required, and avoid unnecessary capital letters. So I told you here you will be writing your name, and then you choose your favorite tagline or your favorite quote. So your favorite quotes as your tagline will be like this. It can be inspiring minds, inspiring lives, or educating with heart, not with mind, or anything like this you can pick up from the internet, or whichever quote you are really finding it worth to be putting as your tagline. Please add it over here so that it can make your resume impressive. So what do you mean by synopsis in a single line? Here what you can do is you can write your entire career, your achievements and everything in a single power-packed line, so that it will give a summary of whatever you have done in the past 10 years or 5 years or 2 years or whatever your experience may be. Synopsis should be the caption of your entire resume. So let's talk about the next part, that is work experience. So what can be your work experience here? What is the current designation you are carrying? What is your role in that designation? What are your responsibilities? You can list down. And what are the various part of school activities you are involved in? So this will be like, for example, I'm saying it can be your newsletter or your cultural events in your school, or assembly, organizing the assemblies or school projects, or any community service or student council. If you are part of any of these things or any other that I have not mentioned here, it depends on the school where you are working. And if you had been part of that, I would recommend that you list down all these in your work experience. Your job description also is very, very important, because this is what an employer would be assessing you when you are called for an interview. So what are the classes you normally handle? And then how do you prepare your curriculum? And what are the other responsibilities that you hold in your present organization, like preparation of worksheets or question paper, marking scheme, or either you are preparing your students for any science fair competitions or any other school programs that you are involved currently. All this is called as job description. This would require a detailed, projection over here. So you write your work experience here and then you write your job description here. So this part is going to talk about your current position. So this is what you will also be explaining in your interview. So the next one is professional degree. So what are the professional degrees you are holding? It can be your B.Ed, your M.Ed, or PhD or MPhil, or any diploma that you have obtained, or certificate programs. Anything out of these or apart from this, you can mention it over here. Maybe the institution name also, you can write it in a single line and try to fit it in this particular part. Next one will be your education. So education can be very simple. You would have done your PG, so mention that first, in what subject you have done it, then your UG, and then your higher secondary and your grade 10. So all this with the institution where you have studied should be mentioned over here. And then definitely the next one should talk about your achievements. So these are the achievements I have listed here. Many more you can list it according to your achievements. One is maybe you can be a gold medalist. Please mention it, highlight it over here. You might be a university rank holder, or you can also be a highest subject average holder in your school. You would have scored centums for your school, that can be mentioned here. You would have got best teacher award, or you would have got best student award when you were a student. So all these can be listed under achievements. Next important one that you see here are the skills. So these are the skills that you are seeing here. What can be listed under the skills? If you are very specifically, you are trained in a particular skill. For example, you are good in G Suite applications, you can write it over here. Or you are very good in any other certificate courses that you have done, you can mention it over here. And coming to the last part of this page, that is special mention. What are the papers that you have published recently? Or are you a member of a particular committee somewhere? Or you have attended any conferences, regional, national, international conferences that you have can mention here. Then any other workshops that you have attended, conducted by a specific board or any other organization, you can list it here. Or any other workshops that you have conducted can be mentioned in this special mention column here. So under work experience, you will be listing down the various institutions where you have worked in the reverse chronological order. And then you come to the personal details. This has to be kept very simple. Do not divulge too much of your personal information here. Date of birth, age, sex, nationality, religion, these are all very common in any other resume. You can list it out here. If you are unmarried, please mention all these things. If you are married, your husband, number of children, their age, your husband's occupation and age. That's it. Keep it very simple. And coming to the last part, the professional references. So here you have to mention at least 2 people or 3 people, and the institution that they work in with their phone numbers. Make sure that you have an impressive list of names over here that can add value to your resume. So hope this particular pattern that I have discussed with you now, you can work this particular pattern in Google Documents or you can work in MS Word. Thank you.